Not all friendships last forever. Some people drift away, and some disappear when you need them the most. But there are 4 kinds of friends who will stand by you no matter what. Who are they? Think about it for a moment. When the noise of life fades, when the crowds thin out, who will still be there? By the end of this video, you might rethink your entire circle. Imagine yourself at 75. The world around you has slowed down, and the people who once filled your days with laughter and purpose have taken different paths. Some have moved away, others have grown distant, and a few have left this world. Now, ask yourself, who remains? Who will sit beside you when the world grows quiet? Who will check in on you not out of obligation but out of love? It's a question many people don't stop to ask until it's already too late. But today, we'll talk about the 4 friends who will never leave your side if you choose them wisely. The first friend you need in your life is the loyal confidant. This is the friend who knows you, truly knows you, the one you can call in the middle of the night when your thoughts are too heavy to carry alone. They don't judge, they don't try to fix you, they just listen, and sometimes that's all we really need. I once heard a story about 2 childhood friends, James and Robert. They grew up together, went to the same school, and even built their careers side by side. Life was good, but as the years passed, things changed. James faced a divorce, financial troubles, and eventually a serious illness. Many of the people he once considered close friends disappeared when things got tough. They stopped calling, stopped showing up. But Robert? He never left. He sat with James through hospital visits, through quiet afternoons when words weren't needed, just presence. He wasn't there because he had to be. He was there because he wanted to be. This kind of friend is rare, and if you have one, cherish them. Studies show that having a trusted confidant can reduce stress, lower the risk of depression, and even extend your lifespan. When you're older, it won't be about how many people knew your name, but how many truly knew your heart. So ask yourself, do you have someone like this in your life? And just as importantly, are you this kind of friend to someone else? The second friend you need in your life is the encourager. This is the person who sees you, truly sees you, even when you feel invisible. They remind you of your strength when you're weak, of your worth when you've forgotten it, and of your dreams when life has made you believe they no longer matter. When the years pass and the world no longer demands your time the way it once did, this is the friend who keeps you moving forward, who refuses to let you fade into the background of life. There was a woman named Margaret. All her life, she had been strong, independent, and full of passion. She built a beautiful life, raised children, worked hard, gave love to everyone around her. But then, as the years went by, life began taking things away. Her children had grown and started their own lives. Her husband had passed, and the house that was once filled with laughter had grown unbearably silent. The loneliness was crushing, like an ocean wave that wouldn't stop pulling her under. She started withdrawing, losing interest in everything that once made her feel alive. She thought, maybe this is just how it ends. Maybe this is all that's left for me. But then there was Ruth. Ruth was her friend, the kind who wouldn't let Margaret disappear into the shadows. She would call, knock on the door, and even sit outside on the porch until Margaret finally gave in. "Get dressed," she'd say. "We're going out." Some days Margaret resisted, but Ruth never gave up. She signed them up for classes, took her to the park, even convinced her to dance again, something Margaret hadn't done in years. Slowly, the light returned to her eyes. Slowly, she started looking forward to the days instead of dreading them. We all need a Ruth in our lives. Someone who won't let us settle into the idea that life is over just because we're older. Someone who reminds us that joy is still ours to claim. Encouraging friendships are proven to increase not just happiness, but physical well-being. Studies show that people with positive, supportive relationships in later life experience less cognitive decline, fewer health complications, and live significantly longer. So take a moment and think, who is the friend in your life that refuses to let you give up? And if you don't have one, maybe it's time to be that person for someone else. Because sometimes the difference between fading away and truly living isn't the number of years we have left. It's the people who push us to keep going. The third friend you need in your life is the one who feels like family, not by blood, but by choice. This is the friend who stands by you in a way that even some relatives won't. They become your safe place, The person who knows your past, understands your present, and walks with you into the future, no matter how uncertain it may be. I once heard the story of an old man named Walter. Walter had a big family once, a wife, children, siblings. But as time passed, life took them all away, one by one. His children moved across the country, caught up in their own busy lives. The phone calls became less frequent, the visits almost non-existent. He spent birthdays alone, holidays in silence. It wasn't that his family didn't love him, it was just that life moved on without him. And that is a painful reality for so many people as they age. But Walter wasn't alone. He had David, a friend he had met decades ago at work. They had been through everything together, marriages, heartbreaks, raising children, and now, the final chapters of their lives. When Walter's health started declining, David was the one who showed up. He brought him meals when he couldn't cook, drove him to his doctor's appointments when no one else had time, and sat beside him, just talking, laughing, remembering. He treated Walter like a brother because, in every way that mattered, he was. Blood doesn't always make a family. Love does. And in old age, the people who choose to stay, those who stand beside you not because they have to, but because they want to, those are the ones who truly matter. Studies show that having deep, meaningful connections in later years greatly reduces loneliness and improves overall health. People who feel they have strong social bonds are not only happier, but they live longer, healthier lives. Now, take a moment and think. Who in your life has been there for you? Not out of obligation, but out of love. Who treats you like family even if they don't share your blood? And are you giving that same love in return? Because at the end of the day, it's not about who shares your last name, it's about who shares your life. The fourth friend you need in your life is the one who brings you joy. The friend who reminds you that laughter isn't just for the young, that fun doesn't have an expiration date, and that no matter how many years pass, there is still happiness to be found. Life has a way of making us forget joy. As we grow older, responsibilities pile up, loss becomes a familiar feeling, and the world seems to move faster than we can keep up with. The things that once made us laugh feel distant, and for many, a quiet sadness settles in. But then, there's that one friend, the one who refuses to let you forget what it means to truly live. I heard about two women, Eleanor and Rose, who met in their 60s. Both had gone through heartbreak, loss, and the ache of loneliness. But when they found each other, something changed. They became inseparable. They signed up for dance classes, went on road trips, played pranks on each other like teenagers, and laughed until their stomachs hurt. Age didn't stop them from making new memories. It didn't stop them from finding joy. They weren't just waiting for the years to pass. They were living them. This kind of friend is a gift. Studies show that laughter and joy in old age reduce stress, improve heart health, and even increase lifespan. It's not just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. Because what's the point of growing old if we forget how to enjoy the time we have left? So ask yourself, do you have someone who brings joy into your life? Someone who makes you laugh even on the hardest days? And if you don't, maybe it's time to find that person. Or better yet, maybe it's time to be that person for someone else. Because in the end, life isn't just about surviving, it's about truly living. As the years pass, life will teach you a painful truth. Not everyone stays. Some friendships fade, some disappear when times get tough, and some were never meant to last forever. But the ones who remain, the loyal confidant, the encourager, the one who feels like family, and the friend who brings you joy, those are the ones who truly matter. Those are the ones who will hold your hand when life feels heavy, who will remind you of your worth when you start to forget, and who will make the later years of your life just as meaningful as the ones that came before. So take a moment and think, who are these four friends in your life? And just as importantly, whose list are you on? Because friendship isn't just about finding the right people, it's about being the right person too. The love, loyalty, and kindness we give to others often comes back to us when we need it most. Old age doesn't have to be lonely. It doesn't have to be a time of regret or isolation. With the right people beside you, it can be a time of reflection, of laughter, of love. It can be a reminder that even in the later chapters of life, there is still so much to live for. So choose wisely. Choose the ones who stay. Because in the end, the greatest gift you can have in old age isn't wealth or status or even perfect health. It's the people who stand by your side no matter what.